Hello, hello, and welcome back as I prepare to toss another gift horse into the grinder here in the haunted hamlet surrounding Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. Though I gotta say, apart from my refusal to look a gift horse in the mouth in favor of turning it into a delicious breakfast treat, and also coining the phrase douche hammer as a pejorative for Cyclops, a term which I totally stand by the way. Scott Summers is the douchiest of douche hammers, but other than that, not really a lot happened last episode. We did get a town event here, Silence in the Crypts, which gives a bonus damage and EXP down in the ruins, but we took a look before we skipped out last episode just to see what potential missions existed, and every mission that was possible looked about as enjoyable as being the guy in charge of taking the Xavier's School for the Gifted group of youngsters on a field trip to the Massengill factory while Scott Summers was in attendance at the school as a student. Yeah. I don't want to take the douche hammer to a tour of a douche factory. I don't want to do it. It seems like a recipe for disaster. Also, is it weird that SE Massengill Corporation made douches? Think about this for a second. I don't know how well you are up on your history here, and I wasn't before today when I googled this because I was looking for material for a joke, so don't think I'm trying to come off all erudite. This is just a little casual Wikipedia action. But S.E. Massengill, the guy who owned Massengill Douche Manufacturing Company, yeah, he poisoned a whole shitload of people with untested medicine and is by and large relatively responsible for the founding of the Food and Drug Administration. His poisoning of people is one of the things that led to the FDA being founded. So you could say that the guy who made a fortune making douches was actually really well suited for being a douche manufacturer. I mean, he knew a thing or two about douche, let's just put it that way. I don't know, I've gotten off into a weird area here. Was a pharmacist who was just bad at his job, is he kind of a douche? Well, you know what, yeah, I think he was kind of a douche, because he could have tested that drug before he tried it out on people, and he just didn't, because he was a lazy douche nozzle. A douche nozzle, not as terrifying as a douche hammer, because at least S.E. Massengill put his in bags and sold them. Scott Summers, he just wanders around smashing them flat and splattering douche everywhere, like some kind of drunken Gallagher on a rampage, just Gallagher at large in the streets. We didn't check the stagecoach last time, so I thought we'd give it a peep. And it turns out we didn't miss anything. So, yeah, bye, Mr. Guy. We don't really... This guy's really creepy, by the way. I think it's his grill. Have you ever considered going full rapper with that grill? Scary Sam, the stagecoach driver? I'm spitballing here, but... What about like some sweet gold plate action, maybe crusted with diamonds and emeralds? I think it would be a good look for you, man. A good look. Nothing to do there. We do also skip some trooper maintenance. I think we'll take care of that while we're here. No point in wasting a week. All right, Brother Voodoo, what will you do? Well, you can't gamble. Other than that, though, shit, the door's wide open. So let's go have you do whatever is cheap. We need a little stress relief here for Brother Voodoo. What's the cheapest? Looks like going to the cloister and meditating. Suits me. Can we upgrade the Abbey any? Why do I always upgrade the Abbey immediately after I've stuck someone in? It's without fail, Pete. You do this every friggin' time. You put somebody in, pay the increased price, and then you just like, oh, I can upgrade while I'm here. And then I'm such a profoundly dumb man. We also had James Harper here, got a disease. Yeah, the Guardian has creeping cough. Minus 20% damage may not seem like a huge problem. Especially when it's, it's on a man-at-arms who doesn't really do an abundance of damage at the best of times. But that's kind of a weak get weaker. We want the rich to get richer. We don't want to dogpile on the already disadvantaged. Am I going to go tip a crippled kid out of his wheelchair? Maybe if there's a hill nearby and I could get a few cheap laughs out of it. No, that was just cruel. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to leave James Harper with that disease either. Patrick Mulligan has tetanus. You know what, Toxin? I'm gonna let the tetanus slide. Tetanus takes a really long time to kill you. You can have tetanus for a while before it's a serious problem, and I think you'll probably be able to heal yourself before the lockjaw has a chance to bring you down. So we're gonna take a chance. Unless we're talking about Lockjaw the Immortal or the Inhuman. You know, the sort of dog, not dog thing that follows around Black Bolt in Medusa. He's one of the Inhumans. He's got a pretty good chance of bringing down Patrick Mulligan because he's one of the Inhumans. And despite some of their ridiculously stupid powers, the Inhumans are phenomenally powerful on a cosmic scale, at least in the Marvel Universe. So look out for that type of lockjaw. But if we're talking about the bacterium-oriented one, I think you're probably okay. Now, let's go do a mission, because I'm getting into some, like, weird digressions here, talking about Black Bolt's dog. Long veteran mission for a Berserker mask. I'm not really that tempted. We looked at all the Ruins missions last time, and they all suck. You know, the Ancestress Portrait is something. I looked at it last episode, was initially really pleased. Also, why the fuck does the Ancestor have a Cthulhu head? Hold on a second. This is not some Portrait of Dorian Gray style shenanigans here, is it? Is that what's going on here? He's got a Cthulhu head because that's what the Ancestor should have had? Oh, Ancestor, you're double dipping on the Victorian literary references. It's not cool, man. That's not cool. Darkest Dungeon really wants us to get a Berserker mask. They're desperate for us to do it. Didn't we kill the Hag Witch? No, we were waiting for a better reward than a Martyr Seal, and what did they come up with? The Demon's Cauldron, which arguably isn't much better. I don't think it's ever gonna get good. We've passed on killing the Hag Witch probably at least 3 times that I can recall. Maybe we just gotta take it on the chin. The Demon's Cauldron is at least worth a lot of money. The Hag's Ladle is something. The Hag's Ladle actually would not be terrible for our Abomination. We could give him a Hag's Ladle. So let's just do this. This is fine. We've got... Do we have a team that can handle it? That's the... we want really solid troopers, but we're going to want people who can hit that 3rd slot. Ideally, they'll all be level 5. So we could go with, like, Catherine Bishop, Pamela Isley, Doreen Green. This is kind of an unconventional team, but I think it's just unconventional enough to work. Let's do it. I'm taking the Wonder Woman, though. I'd be like, Pete, are you really going to take in Diana Prince, the Wonder Woman? What if she gets killed? I say to you, what if we don't take Wonder Woman and somebody gets killed? How stupid will I feel then? When Wonder Woman is available, you take the Wonder Woman. She's the Wonder Woman. Why can't you upgrade your skills, Wonder Woman? Oh, because we suck. That's why. Maybe we shouldn't fight. It's the Hag Witch. She's not that tough. We'll be all right. I think we can handle this. We can handle it. I have confidence in Wonder Woman and the rest of the team. We do want to make sure everybody who's going on the mission, though, does have max upgraded skills. Suppression, I'm not too terribly worried about. Yeah, we're fine. Let's get rid of that. Pamela Isley, I'm pretty sure your skills are going to be upgraded, because I do love me some Plague Doctor. And Squirrel Girl, I hate spending money on you, but I'm going to do it. Yeah, everybody's ready then. So then it's just weapons and armor. Can we upgrade those anymore? We have the deeds for it, but I have foolishly spent away all my crests upgrading Abby because, again, as previously stated, profoundly stupid man. We really need to concentrate on upgrading the old Hamlet then. We're definitely behind the curve as far as Hamlet developments go. I'm not feeling good about that. I still think we've got the soup to take out the Hag Witch because she is, at least in my opinion, probably the weakest boss you can fight. She is not profoundly difficult. Oh, you're gonna have to be working out of the 2nd slot, aren't you? Well, you can Noxious Blast from 2. You can't Plague Grenade. You can't Blinding Gas. You can't Battlefield Medicine. Maybe we don't want to take Pamela. Wonder Woman doesn't really work out of the 2nd slot because she can't toss the big heal out of the 2nd slot, and the big heal is really kind of what we're looking for out of our Wonder Woman and/or women. Which means we would maybe have to take in a Dick Grayson? He can't really hit the 3rd slot either, though. He can Duelist Advance into the 3rd slot and then... What, Grape Shot followed up with the Grape Shot Blast? He's actually a bad choice here as well. Silver Sable, however, has -4 speed. You know what? That's not a deal breaker, Silver Sable. Also, Silver Sable could fix that on her own, possibly even before we go fight the Hag Witch. I think Silver Sable's going to get the call here. You can work pretty well out of the 2nd slot, right, Sable? Yes, in fact, quite well. What if we get rid of those poison darts in favor of Shadow Fade? It is something we can do out of the 2nd slot. I like this plan. I was going to say I'm excited to be a part of it, but that's not true. I'm actually a little cautious and trepidatious to be a part of it. I'm a little concerned. I'm a little anxious to be a part of it, if I'm going to be fully honest. Silver Sable will need weapons and armor, however. Let's go ahead and foot the bill for that. I've been loving me some Gravedigger hardcore. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I am a full-on Gravedigger convert. They've won me over. I used to not care for them, but now I care for them deeply. I care for them the way I would my own child. I'm gonna do it. All right, I'm sorry, Poison Ivy. I want to bring you. I really, really want to bring you along, but this just isn't. This is not the mission for you. It's. I'm sorry. I hate to do it, Pamela. You would definitely make Resolve rank 6, which would be a thing of beauty. But much like the House of Leaves, Pamela, this is not for you. This is not for you. It is for these ladies. Hey, we got an all-girl team. Look at this. Sisters doing it for themselves. You go, girls. Specifically, you go and kill the fucking hag witch and bring her head back to the hamlet on a goddamn pike. You go and you do that. I'm not taking holy water. Usually I take holy water down into the Weald and I regret it almost every time. I'm also taking food. Don't worry, be like, Pete, you're gonna forget food again. Not this time. Not this time. And right now you're saying, haha, he's already gone to the provisioning screen. He's gonna forget trinkets instead of food. No, I'm not gonna do that either. I'm on the ball this time. We're gonna come into this dungeon fully equipped. For once, I'm gonna do my due diligence. The Hellions hairpin is actually pretty solid. The stress reduction is the solid part of the Hellions hairpin. We do need to make unequip all trinkets, which I know just unequip the one we equipped, but rearrange these as well. The reason that is, I want Dismiss's head. I want the bonus. Do I want to lose the HP though? Bonus damage, yes, good. Penalty to HP, not good. That's tough. We could just go with more accuracy and crit, but we're already getting accuracy from the Hellions hairpin if the light is up. Ooh, hold on a second. What about bonus speed? Penalty to accuracy, penalty to virtue chance. Bonus speed, bonus damage. We would still have an overall stress reduction. And we would have bonus accuracy as well, because we would counter some of the Berserk Charm. Some of what it's bringing. We could also just go with a whole bunch of dodge. Or speed and dodge. Some of these blue trinkets are really very good. Sniper's Ring I think we may use this time. I'm torn. Would I rather just go straight up raw damage? I'm kind of built for the damage. Alternatively, we could give that to Silver Sable. Or we could give Silver Sable the Berserk Charm. It does lower her accuracy. What do we have? We don't have a single Gravedigger only rare trinket, do we? Not a single one. Well, that's unfortunate. The Book of Sanity is nice, but if we want to go stress resistance, we can always just go with the Book of Holiness. I'm thinking what we do instead is just go for a whole shitload of dodge. Or we could go for the Sun Ring. Bonus accuracy, bonus damage. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to be taking a lot of extra stress damage on Silver Sable. But I have a feeling that she's going to get a lot of stress in this dungeon anyway. So let's tack it on while the tacking on is good. And it's going to be straight up full massive healing meta for our Vestal. Tome of Holy Healing. Yeah, we'll take a 10% HP bump for 25% extra heals. That's no problem. And I think we're probably just going to go with the Vestal Scroll. Yeah, this lowers our stress damage, which all things considered should be pretty good. Yeah, we can't stun shit, and yeah, we're slow as shit, but our heals are going to be phenomenal. Our heals are going to be powerful. Now, my curiosity, something I was thinking about last time I did this, I don't know the answer to this question, but I am curious. Do bonuses stack additively or not? Like this plus 33% to heal with the plus 25%, is that an extra 25% of 33%, or is it 58%? I'm sincerely curious. Bonus damage of position 4, yes please. And usually we just go for the Medic's Greaves here, but I'm thinking we could also maybe get away with Junia's head. It's plus 30% to stress heals. How much are the Medic's Greaves? The Medic's Greaves are actually more with no drawback. Well, there we go. That problem is solved. I would love to bring the Ancestors map into this dungeon. Is there any way we can make that possible? Who could carry it if somebody was going to carry it? I kind of feel like it would be Silver Sable. I also kind of feel like that'd be a terror. Nah, let's not press our luck. For once, we actually don't necessarily need the map. We can wander a bit. We're coming at this in Hobbit style. We'll just put our feet on the path and follow the path wherever it goes until we've gone there and come back again on a Hobbit's holiday. Alternatively, I'm going to hedge my bet and not take that, because the only thing it really brings into the dungeon is an opportunity to get increased scouting chances, which do every scouting chance is a chance of being a critical scout, which has a chance of revealing a secret room. But we don't really need to scout on this one because we know exactly where the hell we're going. The Hag Witch is going to be in the room furthest from the start room, which is going to be either this room or this room. So basically, we're looking at a grand total journey here of 3 rooms and then a boss fight. So as Hobbit's holidays go, this ain't much of one. This would be like if Bilbo just went to Bree, picked up some leaf, and came on back. He's like, "Where'd you go, Uncle Bilbo? Did you go to the Lonely Mountain and fight the Dragon Smaug?" He's like, "Nah, just went over to the Prancing Pony Inn, picked up some weed, came home, thought I'd get fucking baked as shit." It was a pretty good holiday, I'm not gonna lie. Hobbit's holidays? Yeah, as far as Hobbit's holidays go, that one went pretty well. Some nice solid starter damage there. I think we go ahead and kill the stress unit, or we at least take a shot at it and miss. Never mind, Catherine Bishop with the mop-up swing. We're not going to be able to stun these guys, but we can at least hit them for some damage. I hate these fungus guys. I really hate them. They do quite a bit of damage. They don't have anybody to mark for them, however, right now, which is a solid thing. Ouch. Okay, we're taking some damage and picking up some blight. That's a respectable amount of blight damage as well. Let's go ahead and start whipping the knives. We need blight and bleed here. Let's Hans and Franz pump you up a little bit there, Silver Sable. You're looking a little peaked. I think we just keep going for the damage. We want to get one of these guys dead. We get a non-zero chance of out-healing these guys. As long as they're not criticaling us and constantly infecting us with fucking blight, sweet dodge from Silver Sable, we should be okay. But we do need to get one of them dead as quickly as possible. A bleed would go a long way, and this guy is 105% blight resistant. I'm actually kind of glad we did not bring our Plague Doctor. Would not have been overtly useful. Please finish that guy off. Thank you, Catherine Bishop. Catherine Bishop's over there. Oh, trust me, it's not the first boy I finished off. Although that was some kind of weird fungus man. And I bifurcated him down the middle, which actually makes him look a little bit like what Lorena Bobbitt did to her husband in the penis department. Now I've taken this to a weird area. Now you've made me uncomfortable, Pete. I'm calling fucking human resources. This shit is going in your permanent file. Ouch. Let's go ahead and drop a heal here. We have difficulty hitting that front rank with Catherine Bishop. She is not gifted in that. She does have one attack that will hit that slot, but it's sort of suboptimal damage. We're taking a roping swipe. Or are we? Squirrel Girl with the deke. Squirrel Girl's got the moves. She's got the touch. She may even have the power. We don't know if she has the leadership of Matrix in her chest or not. It could be lurking there. I would hope not, but that does seem just exactly like the kind of thing a Squirrel Girl would pull out of her hat in the 11th hour. One day when the chips are down. Megatron would be full on, "Oh, you're gonna take this, Optimus Prime!" And then Unicron's all, "I will devour the universe." And Squirrel Girl steps up and she's like, excuse me, I know Hot Rod isn't here, but I have the Matrix of Leadership. Thought I'd just open this up and share with everyone.
Wealth beyond measure.
You know, Orson Welles did not get enough credit for the whole Unicron thing. He really didn't. He did a damn good job. It's tough to voice a planet. Think about that. There was somewhere in Hollywood, there was a casting agent. He was like, "We need somebody to be the voice of an entire planet that devours the world. It's like a world-devouring planet. Who are we gonna get?" And they're like, "Well, I don't know. Orson Welles is pretty fat. Let's get him." And he came in, he's like, "Well, I don't appreciate the fat jokes, you Hollywood elitist dicks. But if you need somebody to voice a world-destroying planet, I think I'm your guy." Then he stepped up and knocked it the fuck out of the park. It's like, take this, if I'm trying to body shame me. Orson Welles doesn't care about your body shaming. Orson Welles is comfortable with who Orson Welles is. We should just go for the kill and try and knock out some damage. We're gonna save more damage than we would have by going for a heal. I was going for the same thing there, hoping to get some damage, a kill, and a heal, but no dice. If you could give Catherine Bishop her rabies back, we'd all be very appreciative of that. No good, huh? Alright. Well, I'd say Silver Sable would just throw a knife in your heart as recompense, but you're a skeleton. This fucking dog! What is this, Air Bud suddenly? He's like, no, I'm unhittable. Why do I have suppression on my bar? I should not have suppression on my bar. Suppression does not go there. Big ol' heal from Kathy B, though. All right, Diana Prince. Thank you. Somebody finally hit him with a blood attack he couldn't dodge. Turns out the bolt of lightning from the heavens was just what the doctor ordered. If your doctor, by the way, orders a bolt of lightning from the heavens, you should really fucking seriously consider going to see a different physician. Be like, yeah, my doctor prescribed getting struck by lightning as a treatment for my gout. I don't want to question his chops because seems like an okay guy and he's an above average doctor, but is that really like a FDA approved treatment for gout? Complete annihilation by trillions of volts of electricity?
Waiting to be spent.
It's probably not trillions. It's probably billions. I exaggerated for the sake of hyperbole. I don't know. It's what, like maybe a couple orders of magnitude? It's a pretty serious exaggeration. All right, I'll lay claim to that. It's probably... God damn, these dogs are unhittable. Rabies? Nope, just a whole bunch of damage and a bleed. Wow, actually, Catherine Bishop may be dead here simply because all of these dogs are going to get to go consecutively. I fucking hate these dogs. I hate them so much. Yeah, I'm talking about you, dogs. I fucking hate you. You didn't even get a swing, dick. How does it feel when somebody wobs you for 1 trillion damage before you get a chance to go, huh? How's it feel? Okay, I shouldn't taunt the dogs because they're clearly going to fire back in kind. Be like, oh, you're going to taunt us, Pete? Yeah, well, guess what? You said we were unhittable. Now we're going to be literally unhittable. Silver Sable taking one. More bleed. I'm a little concerned about the amount of bleeds we're getting stacked up on us here. Maybe a double knife action. 6 damage. Not great. You gotta be shitting me. The dodges are out of control. It was 9 damage, Mr. Narrator. I don't think that's really qualifies as a dizzying blow. Narrator. The narrator guy's more prone to hyperbole than I am, and that's saying something, because as far as hyperbole goes, I'm a hyperbolic son of a bitch. Mr. Narrator always stacking his part. How about a pick to the face, you piece of garbage dog? How do you like that? Well, looks like, okay, well, his buddy's real pissed off about it, that's for sure. There's some rabies for us. You know what, the rabies? Oh, we're gonna hang on to those. You know how I feel about the rabies. I like the rabies. When the opportunity comes, somebody's like, hey, you want some rabies? You're like, yeah, damn, Skippy, put some fucking rabies on this shit. Bring that rabies over here. Oh, no, don't you take that rabies out of here. You bring that rabies right over here, young man. This is where all of the rabies goes. The gold is really nice. We're making some significant loot here. Well, Silver Sable, you're already all fucked up. Why don't you open the heirloom chest? And well, you're bleeding for 1 billion. 8 damage, so you're bleeding 24. Well, that's what we brought the bandages for. Arguably, we probably could have camped and fixed that as well, but it's a little early for my camping pleasure. No blood left for the leeches. You're fine. Just dig through with the thorny thicket. Crybaby. Oh, I'm bleeding. I don't want to walk anymore. Rub some dirt on it. Come on. I'd say be a man, but after commenting about how the fact that I was excited this is an all-female team, that seems a little discourteous. I'm going to not do that.
The match is struck.
Man up, ladies. What are you, some kind of women? Then I sound like a high school gym teacher. Which, by the way, why was your high school gym teacher and/or football coach always like accusing you of being, oh, come on, ladies? Like, you know, what's wrong with that? What if I'm feeling a little feminine today, coach? Why is this a problem? Is this a problem I have, sir, or are you maybe fucking projecting, coach? What are you hiding? What's your issue? What are you trying to keep secret? So the gold, when I say the gold is off the chain, it's real good. We're gonna make a lot of cash in this dungeon. We also know where the Hag Witch is now, and we have a relatively free path all the way there. Opportunity to pick up some spare food. We should likely take it.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
What do we want to get rid of to pick up food? I'm thinking we just eat some food. What if there's no food on here, Pete? That's... Okay, what if we just do this? What if we go for the beast carcass, throw the medicinal herbs on there, see how much food we get, and then just eat however much we can cram into our gobbing head holes. Okay, so you're full. We're just gonna gorge until everyone is full. We just sit here and eat like a Roman and then force ourselves to vomit so we can eat more. Although that's actually a myth. Romans didn't really do that. The vomitorium is not really a thing. That was a thing. I'm aware I don't have enough room. Just throw the food on the ground. This is America. Wasting food is a part of our national pastime. Just one of those things we do. Only a 90% chance here for Silver Sable, but she has enough stress to make this worthwhile. That stress is now gone. Also, we didn't set off a trap and have it explode in our face, so that's a tangible side benefit as well. It's not just a stress relief. There are ancillary benefits as well. Do we go... Yeah, let's go ahead and camp then. First off, it frees up an inventory slot. Second of all, it gets rid of all of our stress and heals everyone basically to full. And we know there are no hallway battles on the way to the next fight. So, Silver Sable, you have a disease, but one of those diseases is rabies, which I would sort of prefer to keep. And your ability to heal... Target disease. So this heals you and one other person. Who else had a disease? Somebody else had one. I thought. Did not somebody else come down with a disease? It does not. Well, who wants a snuff box? Because this is just like, at this point, this is, you know, you seem like a snuff user. Doreen Green. It cured both the lethargy and the rabies. Well, that's unfortunate, but I suppose it's not the end of the world. Let's definitely sharpen our spear. Rejecting the gods? I think not. A little premature for that. We don't really need to pilfer. Sanctuary would prevent a nighttime ambush, so it's useful in an... We could Sanctuary and Bless. Unless you have some kind of skill that's just amazing, Catherine Bishop, and you don't. So I think we're gonna go ahead and Sanctuary. And then let's Bless someone. 10 accuracy, 10 dodge. Who do we want to give the accuracy to? I was thinking about concentrating all of our buffs here on our Hellion, but it seems like we'd be better suited to spread them around a little bit, actually. What if the Hellion goes into the pot, Pete? This is what you got to think of. If the Hellion goes into the pot, you got to have a backup plan. There's an old saying, and by old I mean it came out of a role-playing game source book, Legend of the Five Rings, Way of the Scorpion, that says, and that's the name of the source book, this is the saying, it says, spend 10% of your time on your initial plan and 90% of the time on contingencies. I think it's sage advice. Do we want to have somebody go digging around in a mummy's guts with no bandages? Right before a boss fight, probably not worth it. After the boss fight, if we want to, we can always come back. There's plenty of time for digging around in mummy's guts. We can just do it later. It'll be fine. I'm going to go ahead and max my torchlight before walking into this room. It's always best prepared. Better safe than sorry. Last Boy Scout was a great movie if you're going to make a Be Prepared, Son, Be Prepared reference. How much health have you got? Only 135. Not insurmountable. That's a hell of a start. Wow, that was beautiful. That was almost a fifth of the way home with a single blow. Doreen Green, we should have given you the accuracy bonus given a rated with which you've been fucking missing. Man, Squirrel Girl is shitting up this mission. Alright, he's going into the pot. Yeah, it's fine. If we had to pick somebody to go into the pot, probably Catherine Bishop is who I would have picked anyway. See, that's how you do it, Squirrel Girl. Wonder Woman and Silver Sable are stealing the show here. You're supposed to be the Moxie hero. Yeah, go ahead and taste this, dude. How does Catherine Bishop taste? What does she taste like? Is she good? Is she honeysuckle sweet, or is she bitter and salty? I mean, we would know how a pot of Perfidious peach stew would taste. It would be bitter, 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 and salty and horrible. Little meat tenderizer. The AoE damage is not really that much of a big deal. Hag Queen is already about half dead, and we're going to undo almost all of the damage that she did with her little meat tenderizer shot there. Kathy B's still cooking. Don't worry, Kathy. We'll get you some skin grafts when the mission is over. You'll be fine. 17 damage is all you came up with, huh, Squirrel Girl? Man, Squirrel Girl continues to be a bitter, bitter disappointment. 19 damage out of Silver Sable. Man, Silver Sable is really holding it down. That was not even a critical. Doreen Green has been seasoned to perfection. At this rate, if you want to toss Doreen Green into the stew pot, hag bitch, go ahead. Toss her in there. Strike the pot, strike the pot. Yeah, hitting the pot is a sucker's game. We'll just fix you when you get out, Kathy. Don't worry. It's going to be fine. You're at death's door. You're getting spit out of the pot. We'll have Wonder Woman throw a heel at you. You'll be fine. Or you'll get meat tenderized and killed. That's the other thing that could happen. Didn't happen here. And see, now, you just patch it right up. All you had to do was take one possible death blow. Jeez, you whiny coward. Don't be such a baby. It was just one chance at shuffling off the mortal coil. You know what, Squirrel Girl? Yeah, just ride it out in the pot. That's fine. Now we're going to taste the stew. Little stress attack for Catherine Bishop. We'll just... If we blind fire, it could hit the pot. That would be bad. How much health you got left? 33. We could... You know what? Ah, I was going to say, we could finish her off with a good shot from Wonder Woman. We could have maybe got it. Alright, suddenly the hag has gone into full dodge mode. What the hell is this bullshit? At least Silver Sable is undodgeable. And one more knife from Silver Sable finishes this job. Good. Alright, Bishop. I'm telling you, you're fucking disappointing your Hawkeye, your namesake. You're supposed to be ghetto Hawkeye. If you're Hawkeye Jr., how the hell are you missing all of these shots? Hawkeye would not be missing this. Say what you want about the guy, but he is a damn Avenger. 9 damage and a little healing for Wonder Woman. Wonder Ruse is fun to ruse is under ruse. And here comes another meat. Alright, well, Squirrel Girl. God, of course she didn't die. It's fucking Squirrel Girl. Like Squirrel Girl gonna die to that shot? Please. We're not that lucky. What it boils down to. Knife to the heart. Silver Sable every single time. So what did we get? We finally got a Grave Robber only item. It's just terrible. A Quickening Satchel. Grave Robber only. +2 speed, 20% move. Well, that is not what I would have expected from killing a maximum level boss, to be honest. Do we want to go back and maybe muck about? Well, we should definitely eat this food before we take it. You know, actually, given our food situation, I don't really want to kind of go mess around. What if we get a hunger prompt? We're going to take a billion pointless stress. And as it stands, we could vacate this dungeon and just walk away a winner with a not inconsiderable haul of swag. What do we got here? Was this 4,500 gold plus another? Yeah, you know what? Let's not press our luck. Let's take what we got and go. Sometimes when you're ahead at the casino, the smart move is to just cash out, go get a drink, and head home. Although I can't really advocate drinking before driving. That's just terrible. But you know what I mean. Get a drink, celebrate, call a cab, and let that responsibly carry you home. Don't drive after you've been drinking. That's just terrible advice. And not what I'm advocating either. Don't try and put words in my mouth. A Wheeled Adventurer, which replaced Warrior of Light, which I don't even remember what Warrior of Light did. Probably combat bonuses in highlight. Wheeled Adventurer, I don't really give a shit about. Anything that lowers our stress damage, I suppose, overall is acceptable. Silver Sable got a buttload of Resolve EXP for that. Like, an actual buttload. Buttload, by the way, not just a pejorative term for like an ass full of something, but a buttload, a legitimate unit of measure. Wine comes, you buy wine by the butt. I'm gonna have a butt of wine, which sounds like it's some kind of weird practice of like people putting alcohol in their rectums to try and get drunk faster. If you absorb it through the colon, it gets you wasted way faster. That might be true too. I've never really tried mainlining liquor through my asshole, but it really does seem like a lot of work for a not that tangible benefit. Drinking it the normal way will also get you pretty good and fucked up if you drink enough of it. What kind of tight budget are you on that rectally inserting your alcohol is the cost-effective and therefore only way you can consume it? Also, then you don't get the taste. Be like, what are you doing? Oh, you know, I'm pouring this $80 bottle of 12-year-old scotch in my butthole. Because it gets me drunk fast to be like, don't you want to taste the scotch? Isn't that why you paid a whole bunch of money for that scotch? I mean, if you're going to taste it with your anus by pouring it in your butthole and bypass your taste buds and sinuses, which is sort of where taste occurs. I mean, if you're going to do that, why don't you just get like the cheapest rot gut liquor you could find and cram it up your ass? Why the good stuff, Pete? Why are you mainlining the good stuff? I don't know, because I guess it'd be extra decadent. That seems like the kind of thing Kanye West would do. He'd be like, oh yeah, you know, I infuse my alcohol rectally, but it's nothing but Grey Goose for Kanye. I'm not gonna rectally infuse fucking Popov or Smirnoff or any of that cheap shit. Nothing but the best for the kizzy. Getting off into a weird area here. Jericho Drum could not achieve a meditative state. He's become frustrated. Well, Unquiet Mind replaced Scattering. I'm really totally cool with that. He can't meditate anymore. Boo-hoo. What did he get rid of? A penalty to damage on all his range skills, which is largely all he has. So, good work, Brother Voodoo. James Harper got rid of his Creeping Cough, which is nice. Silver Sable made rank 5. Fantastic. Doreen Green and Catherine Bishop are now legends. Well, Squirrel Girl is legendarily annoying, so there's that. Catherine Bishop as a legend? Not really sold on that one. Maybe that's what the writers of the new Hawkeye comic would have us believe, but Perfidious Pete, I ain't sold on that one. No town event this week, which is unusual, but we can't check the stagecoach before we wrap things up. Any level 2 troopers? Not a 1. Well, you guys are all fucking fired then. Go eat a dick. If you ain't level 2, you ain't joining the crew. That's the way it works, and I like that adage, even though, especially more because it rhymes. Also, I've talked about rectally infusing liquor for like the last 5 minutes. I think it's probably best I wrap things up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot. And if you'd like to hear me go off on more wild diatribes about what is the best brand of liquor to cram in your anus, I consider subscribing as well, because I talk about that sort of stuff with shocking frequency. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.